KC, welcome back to my basement classroom. You know that I'm a big fan of kindness, and I know that you are all big fans of kindness as well. So I'm asking you a question today that I know I've asked you many times this school year. How can you show kindness? Go ahead, think right now. Oh, that's a good one, yes. Oh, you're all so kind. You know what? I really am still the luckiest teacher in the world. Well, those were some great ideas, but right now we're going to listen to a story called A Sick Day for Amos McGee. This is a book about kindness. I'm not going to tell you how or who is kind in this story, but I want you to try to figure it out with me, okay? I love this book. I borrowed this one from Joelle's bookshelf also. We have a lot of good books at my house. A lot of my really good books are still at school, but maybe they'll let me back in one day and I can bring them home and read those to you too. Anyway, today, A Sick Day for Amos McGee. This was written by Phillip C. Stead and illustrated by Aaron E. Stead. I wonder if they're related. Or maybe they're married. I don't know. Somebody should look that up. Stead. A noble steed. Anyway, let's find out how this book is about kindness. There's your title page, A Sick Day for Amos McGee. All right. Amos McGee was an early riser. Every morning when the alarm clock clanged, he swung his legs out of bed and swapped his pajamas for a fresh pressed uniform. He would wind his watch and set a pot of water to boil, saying to the sugar bowl, "A spoonful for my oatmeal, please, and 2 for my teacup." Belly full and ready for the workday, he'd amble out the door. Every day, Amos waited for the number 5 bus. "Next stop, City Zoo," the bus driver would call. 6 a.m., right on time, he'd reply. Amos had a lot to do at the zoo, but he always made time to visit his good friends. He would play chess with the elephant, who thought and thought before making a move, run races with the tortoise, who never ever lost. There's a little mice there saying, "Hooray!" Sit quietly with the penguin, who was very shy. Lend a handkerchief to the rhinoceros, who always had a runny nose. I know the feeling, buddy. Allergies, am I right? And at sunset, read stories to the owl, who was afraid of the dark. Which is kind of funny because owls are nocturnal. They're supposed to be awake at nighttime. So it's a bummer that that guy's always afraid of the dark. One day, Amos awoke with the sniffles and the sneezes and the chills. He swung his achy legs out of bed, curled them back again, and said, "Ugh, I don't think I'll be going to work today." Meanwhile, at the zoo, the animals waited for their friend. The elephant arranged his pawns and polished his castles. The tortoise stretched his legs and limbered up. The penguin sat patiently, all by himself. The rhinoceros worried that his allergies were worsening. The owl perched atop a tall stack of storybooks, scratching his head with concern. "Where is Amos?" the animals wondered. Later that day, there are no words on this page. There are no words on this page. Ah, hooray, my good friends are here. Do you see where the animals went? The elephant prepared a game of chess. Amos thought and thought before making a move. "I'm too tired to run races today," said Amos to the tortoise. "Let's play hide and seek instead." The tortoise hid inside his shell. Amos hid beneath the covers. Come on, fingers. Got it. Amos yawned. Oh, I could use a nap. The penguin sat quietly, keeping Amos's feet warm. Achoo! Amos awoke with a sneeze. The rhinoceros was ready with a handkerchief. I'm beginning to feel much better, thank you, said Amos to his friends. He swung his legs out of bed. Perhaps we'll share a pot of tea. Amos wound his alarm clock. It's getting late, he said. After all, we have a morning bus to catch. So Amos said goodnight to the elephant, and goodnight to the tortoise, and goodnight to the penguin, and goodnight to the rhinoceros, and goodnight to the owl, who, knowing that Amos was afraid of the dark, read a story aloud before turning out the light. The last page doesn't have any words either. It's just a picture of all the friends. Can you think of something in that story that showed kindness? I'm willing to bet you can think of a lot of things because I know how kind you are, and I know that you are really good at finding clues in the text. So, you can't go to the zoo today. However, there are probably a lot of things you could do to show kindness to maybe your neighbors and to yourself and to your family members. You know, making your bed is kind because you're helping your parents and you're being kind to yourself because who doesn't love getting into a fresh bed? Taking some sidewalk chalk and drawing hearts and peace signs and flowers and rainbows and all happy things in a neighbor's driveway, that would be really kind. Or putting it on the sidewalk for friends who are walking by. Maybe mailing a card to somebody who misses you. There's lots of ways that you can show kindness. And I know that you will think of a really good way to show kindness. You know my favorite way to show kindness. There it is. Sounds like there's elephants upstairs in my house. Maybe it's the elephant from the zoo. Or maybe it's my kids with giant elephant feet. Anyway, give a smile, share a hug with somebody in your house. Be safe, wash your hands. I love you and I miss you. Mwah. Have a great day.